I'm gonna say you're perfect. We all know you're not. But hey, you're the best kind of weird that I got.
Hi, welcome to Ask a Married Couple. I'm Brent.
I'm Natasha.
We're a married couple. Does that make us qualified to give you any sort of relationship advice, dating advice, marriage advice, any of that? No, it doesn't. But are we right?
Yes, we are.
Damn straight. We're here to help you. Failing that, we're here to rubberneck at the auto accident you've made of your life. Let's get those letters.
All right, let's get into it. Okay, this is from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my husband we need to sleep in separate rooms? Outside opinion needed because my husband is making me feel like the villain here, and I'm honestly not sure if I'm in the wrong or not. So I'm 27 weeks pregnant, and smells have been a big trigger for me this entire pregnancy. However, the past few weeks, it's gotten to the point where certain smells or strong odors make me immediately sick. Unfortunately, some of the current smells majorly triggering me are food, smoke, and cologne. This is an issue because my husband works in a restaurant and smokes, so it's difficult being within a few feet of him at most times unless he's freshly showered. He works late hours and usually just wants to sleep when he gets home, which I get. However, he comes to bed smelling like restaurant food and smoke, which will wake me up out of a dead sleep because my smell is triggered. I've asked if he can shower quick before coming to bed, and his response is that he's too tired to shower and just wants to sleep. So his new solution is just spraying himself down with body spray before coming to bed, which is honestly worse. Seriously, dude? The past week, it's been so bad that I usually just get up when he comes to bed around 2 or 3 a.m. and either go to sleep on the couch or get up for the day. However, when he wakes up and sees I'm not in bed or sleeping on the couch, he gets mad that I left. It came to a bit of a head last night when he came to bed reeking of body spray and smoke and tried to cuddle with me. I immediately started gagging because the smell was overpowering, and I tried to leave the room. I told him it's temporary, but if he's not willing to shower before bed, we need to sleep in separate rooms because I cannot handle the smell right now. He got mad and grabbed all his things and locked himself in the guest bedroom. He's been ignoring me all day and making things awkward, walking around the house and talking to our toddler, but avoiding eye contact, conversation, and keeping a wide berth from me. The only conversation we've had is, "This is what you wanted, right?" I feel like it's not a super unreasonable request to shower before coming to bed, and I was willing to sleep in another room as well. Am I the asshole here? Should I just suck it up for a few weeks until everything balances back out? Pregnancy is weird, guys.
Why has she got to make concessions for him? That's insane.
Well, because he's a man-child, that's why.
Yeah, he is. Okay, are we shocked that a pregnant woman whose hormones are just going crazy doesn't really want to sleep next to a guy who reeks of a chemical factory?
Yeah. So her request is not unreasonable at all.
No.
It is a very common thing amongst pregnant women that because of the surge in hormones, your sense of smell is overactive.
Yeah.
So things that she would have been fine with before, she is not now.
Intolerable.
Right. It makes sense. She doesn't want to sleep next to him unless he showered. That shouldn't be an unreasonable request.
It's not an out-of-line ask. As always with Reddit, a lot of times the headline sort of downplays the actual problem. The headline is, "Am I the asshole for telling my husband we need to sleep in separate rooms?" No, the issue is the utter disrespect he's showing her.
Right.
She has explained what he has to do to get back in the bedroom. And he's like, "No, I can't take 10 minutes to shower after work." Man, I don't care how tired you are. She's pregnant and you helped make that happen. You are part of the reason for this entire situation, and you can't do the bare minimum to make her comfortable. Dude, that sucks.
And this is a massive red flag because he's being so hostile towards her over this. So not only will he not shower, he doesn't want her to sleep in a separate bedroom. So the solution that she has come up with, he's like, "No, I don't like that either." And that he comes home reeking and he wants to cuddle her and she's gagging. So he's going to be angry about that.
Yeah, I don't think this is a dump him immediately type situation. If he has one mature bone in his body, they can talk this thing out. She is being disrespected. He does not care about the situation he helped create, apparently. He is very, very concerned with his own comfort.
Right.
He doesn't care about the mother of his child's comfort, which is kind of key. Pregnancy is temporary, as she mentioned. It's not forever. If he can't just do the bare minimum, take a few minutes, make himself not stink of smoke and Axe body spray or whatever, what's that say for when there are real problems? How's he going to react then?
Right. Also, I just wanted to reiterate the point. So he's giving her the silent treatment and he will talk to the toddler. The only conversation we've had is, this is what you wanted, right?
It's not what she wanted.
No, not
she
at all.
was very clear about that. That's amazing to me.
I don't know if he's thinking that she's doing this on purpose, that maybe she's lying about her sensitivity to smells. I don't know if he's just completely ignorant.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people, when you say, you stink, they take that to heart.
Yeah.
What? I've showered, I've done this. This isn't a normal situation. He's got to take himself out of his own perception of things for 2 seconds. Just consider how she's seeing things, how she's feeling. That'll solve the problem for you if you can do it. So many people don't have that ability.
I think maybe couples counseling would be useful. Or maybe she needs to bring him to a doctor's appointment and have a doctor sit down and tell him, this is what happens because of pregnancy hormones.
I think that could do the trick. I'm not sure we need to pay for an entire ass counselor. A good OBGYN shaming him for his behavior might be enough to snap things into focus for him.
I hope so.
But yeah, good luck. You've got about 13 weeks left of this. Hopefully you can find a solution that works for everybody. If not, you're going to have problems going forward. Good luck. Now, on to the second letter. Shocker, we've got a guy who doesn't know if he wants to get married.
This is from r/relationship advice. My female 27, boyfriend, male 29, of 4 years, just told me he doesn't see himself marrying me. My boyfriend of 4 years told me he doesn't see himself marrying me. He told me he hasn't had that, hell yeah, I want to marry you feeling. But in the same breath will tell me he loves me and wants to be with me for right now. He claims there's nothing I did, that there's nothing he can pick out about me that does not check his boxes. But because he hasn't had that grand giant feeling, he doesn't want to continue after the lease, but wants to be together now. I feel like he wants me to be a placeholder until someone else comes around. For a little backstory, he is not an openly emotional person. He thinks very black and white with logic, and he is not expressive in emotional feelings to a point he himself has admitted he may be on the autism spectrum because his brain doesn't work like a normal person. A year ago, he broke up with me. Girl. I moved out and basically moved across the country. Within a week, he called me asking me to come home. He misses me. He has no purpose. He's never felt so alone in his life. I told him if he wants me to come back, he needed to come get me then and show me. He buys a plane ticket that night and comes back and gets me within 24 hours of that phone call. Now, a year later, another move together into a new place, and he drops this on me. I feel like I'm crazy for thinking when he came and got me, that was his, yeah, I want to live my life with this girl moment. But maybe I'm just trying to justify and find a reason as to try and have him stay. I feel like he is my person, and I want to be a partner with him forever. We're currently in the same apartment and now living in separate rooms. Am I too blinded to see the reality that he'll never be with me? Or is he just confused and missing the bigger picture and overlooking what is happening?
So it looks like what she saw as this grand romantic gesture, he bought a plane ticket that night. He saw as one plane ticket and I get to reset the status quo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to marry you.
No.
He doesn't feel like marrying you. Clearly he said that. He said he does not want to continue the lease.
He says... So because he hasn't had this grand giant feeling, he doesn't want to continue after the lease, but wants to be together now.
Doesn't want to continue after the lease.
So he's already told her, we can be together until the lease is up.
Yeah, let's rewind.
And then I'm gone.
Yeah, he's gone after this. I think I agree with that. This whole thing about how he thinks logically. No, he doesn't think logically. He thinks like a goldfish. I want you for now. Ask me again in 30 seconds. Ask me again after this lease is up. He's going to string her along until he's tired of her. She's got to end this cycle.
Right. You're not the one. You're not the one for him. You are correct. You are a placeholder. And also, never let somebody dump you twice. He dumped you. And him coming to get you, getting the plane ticket, like we just said, you perceive that as this grand gesture, and it's not. It was just his way of being able to smooth things over, and it worked.
Well, he gets to continue treading water, this life that he finds comfortable without actually putting both feet in. He's always got that one foot out the door. So many guys are like this. Be aware of these guys because they will drop you in a heartbeat.
Right. They will burn up the best of your youth. and get rid of you the second that this doesn't suit him anymore.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor, cut the dead weight.
Dump him.
All right. The third letter is a bit of a sadder note. We've got some death on the line, which we have some experience with. Let's get into it. This is from r/AskMenAdvice, username DullTransition8979. Headline, husband died, solo mother. I'm 35 and I found my husband dead 18 months ago when he didn't wake up one morning. He was 37. We have 3 children together. At the time, they were 10, 7, and 8 weeks old. He was our surprise baby. I've since found out he died of an aortic aneurysm from a genetic condition no one knew about. We were married 11 years together for 16. Each other's only love. I've been told by so many how strong and resilient I am. To me, I have no other choice when the children rely on me so much to survive and keep going. My head thinks ahead to the future. Will I ever find love again? How do I even do that? The stigma around single mothers. Hey, I didn't choose this pathway in life, which is why I prefer the term solo mother. I'm financially sound, mortgage paid off, and extra invested. If anything good has come out of this situation, it's that I don't need to worry about money. I suppose my question is, it's such a unique situation I'm in for my age. Is this a turnoff for guys in the future? Okay, I'm a widower. You married a widower.
Yes, I did.
My wife passed away at age 35. We had also been together for just a shade under 11 years. So I am very much, I'm really familiar with this poor lady's situation. I don't play around with nomenclature. Don't worry about terms like single mother, solo mother. Nothing's going to get rid of what you are, which let's be Victorian about it. You are a widowed mother of 3. Embrace it. Put it in your dating bio. If there's a stigma, that's on whoever is feeling the stigma. It's not on you. Yeah, some guys will be turned off by the fact of what you are, but the right guy will not be turned off by what you are and what you've been through. It took me 6 years after my wife passed away to find my right person. And you can cram a shitload of failed dates, failed relationships, despair, discouragement. You can cram a lot of that stuff into 6 years. You can feel like there's no end to it. You can feel like you're never going to get married again. You can feel like you're never going to date again. But give yourself time. You're 35 years old. You're younger than you think you are. You are not damaged goods. You're going to find your person. It's going to be great. Give it a chance. Now, how do you feel having chosen a person with a late spouse?
Well, it's exactly like you've said. It's not going to be a problem for the right person. You had widower in your bio, and that was never for a second a deal breaker for me. It didn't give me pause whatsoever. I really feel for her. What did she ask at the end of the letter? So at the end of the letter, she says, I suppose my question is this a turnoff for a guy in the future? It will be for the wrong guy. And it doesn't matter what those guys think. If you ask 100 guys and 99 out of 100 of them would be like, nope, too much baggage. I don't want to deal with that. They're not your person. But This is not going to be a problem for the right guy.
Yeah, and always consider what you have going for you. You are financially stable. You do have that house. I assume your kids are well taken care of. That's great. A lot of guys will see that and be like, well, she's got a good head on her shoulders. She fulfilled one set of vows. She's not a cheater. She's not evil in any way. It takes a good person to go through that and come out stronger on the other side. And a guy will recognize that. A good guy will recognize that. And I think you're going to be okay.
Also, I do want to add that she could potentially be in a vulnerable situation. She's financially stable. Her mortgage is paid off. That's great. Keep it that way. Because what we don't want is a guy to come in and think, opportunity for me. Why don't we sell this house? And then we get another one. Oh, my name will go on that one. So she needs to be really careful about protecting herself, protecting her children, protecting her assets.
Yep. Some people might say that's cynical, but you make an excellent point. That is a vulnerable position. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and the wrong guy will mess you up.
Right.
If you let him. But again, think of all the things you have going for you. Don't think of yourself as broken. Don't think of yourself as a single mother, that's stigma or whatever. You're a young woman, and you're out there, and you're ready. And just take your time with it, and the right thing's going to come along. And I think that wraps it up for this episode of Ask a Married Couple. Join us next time. Please, please, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Follow us on our socials on the next page, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
I won't say you're perfect. We all know you're not.